There are wars you can see. Men in iron, banners in wind, thunder in the sky. And then there is the war that makes no sound. It sits with you in the dark. It breathes when you breathe. It waits behind your eyes and calls itself by many names. I'm tired. Maybe tomorrow. What if you fail? You've done enough. I learned to fight armies, but no one taught me how to fight the voice that wears my face. No one told me that the longest road, the heaviest blade, the hardest victory is the one that cuts inward. Tonight, the field is empty. No enemies at the gate. No storm on the horizon. Only a room, a floor, a chair, a quiet that hunts. I close my eyes and step onto the only battlefield that matters. The door shuts behind me. The rules change, and the war begins. I walk a corridor of mirrors. They do not show my body. They show my excuses. In one, I see the day I chose comfort over progress and called it recovery. In another, the week I negotiated with discipline like it was a hostage. Further down, a mirror filled with victories I polished so long that the rust of yesterday's glory ate tomorrow's edge. I hate this place because every reflection is accurate. A figure steps from a glass panel. Same height, same jaw, same scars. He's me, but rested. He speaks with a softness that sounds like care. You've done enough, he whispers. Be kind to yourself. Take the day off. You've earned it. I draw near. Kindness, I say, isn't softness. It's self-respect. And self-respect doesn't come from surrender. He smiles like a brother who knows how to unlock me. Then take an hour. An hour, I say, is the distance between who I am and who I could be. I step past him. The mirror splinters. One lie down. Miles to go. I enter a room with no walls. Weight, lies, everywhere. Kettlebells of choices never made. Barbells of books never opened. Plates of words never spoken. Love never expressed. Battles never started. I try to lift. My hands pass through them. That's the curse of the weight, of nothing. You can't train with it, but it still crushes you. A voice without a body circles me. It speaks from the ceiling, the floor, the air. You could have been so much more, it sighs. You should have started earlier. You should have known. You should have... Stop. I don't owe ghosts an apology for not being born finished. I don't owe the past a tribute for the time it stole. I owe the future a debt paid today. I plant my feet. I reach for the heaviest bar I can touch, the next correct action. It is not abstract. It is not dramatic. It is simple, cold, real. I lift it. The room shakes. The weights of nothing dissolve. Only work remains. Fear doesn't yell. It negotiates. It calls itself calculation. It calls itself playing smart. It wears a suit and brings charts proving why courage is too expensive. It approaches with a ledger. Your odds are poor, fear says. Your margin for error is small. Maybe wait for the right time. I nod. Right time, I repeat, tasting the phrase like stale bread. I tear the ledger from its hands and read aloud. Cost of inaction, your life. Penalty for delay, your soul. Fear recoils. For once, it didn't prepare for arithmetic. Listen, I tell it. I only need 1 second of courage. The second I move. After that, momentum takes me. Fear tries again. What if you make a fool of yourself? Then I'll be a fool who moves, I say. And the world belongs to those who move. I walk through fear as through mist. It clings, it whispers, it chills. But mist has no bones. It cannot hold me. A table appears with a feast of almosts. Almost committed, almost finished, almost honest, almost great. I sit. I stare. Half-done plans smell like victory from far away. Up close, they rot. A figure draped in silk pours me wine labeled soon. Why rush? It purrs. Perfection takes time. Perfection, I reply, is the flags a coward plants on the mountain to prove he never intended to climb. I overturn the table. Plates smash into calendars. Wine runs like wasted time. My hands bleed. Good. Blood is rent, paid in reality. The rent comes due daily. I write 1 sentence in the dust with my bleeding finger. Finish ugly, because an ugly finish is closer to heaven than a beautiful almost. In the next chamber, there's a bed. It's made crisp. It smells like peace. A window lets in warm light. On the sill, a note. You've earned this. I lie down. The bed exhales like a beast satisfied. My bones soften. My spine surrenders. Sleep is not the assassin. It's the ally. The assassin is the reason you choose sleep. I sit up. I speak to the room. I sleep when I'm done. I rest with intention. I do not bargain with comfort for the price of my calling. The bed hisses, starved. I stand. The bed sheets curl like a disappointed snake. I leave it hungry. I leave it there. In a vaulted hall, a single blade waits on a stone, not adorned, not jeweled, not named. Plain steel, mean edge. Who owns you? I ask. No one, discipline answers. Who do you love? No one. What do you feel? Nothing. I cut. Every day. The hall fills with faces. Mentor, lover, enemy, stranger. They plead, inspire, threaten, praise. Discipline looks at none of them. It cuts the rope on a bell. The bell falls and shatters. No more alarms, no more snooze. Only time, counted by deeds. Will you carry me? The blade asks. I will, I say. Even when you hate me. Especially when I hate you. I lift the blade. It is heavier than regret and lighter than excuses. I strap it to my side. From now on, I move like a man with a law. Rage comes. A wolf with fire in its mouth. It circles, snarls, begs to be released at any face it can find. For years, I let it choose targets. For years, it wasted me. Down, I command. Rage laughs, showing teeth. Down, I repeat, hand on the plain steel at my hip. Rage lunges. I step aside, catch it by the throat, drive it to the stone. Listen to me, I whisper into its heat. You work for me now. You burn only what I point at. Ignorance, laziness, cowardice, waste. You do not touch people. You devour obstacles. Rage claws at me, then goes still. It licks my hand, trembling. Good, I say, releasing it. The wolf sits at my heel, eyes forward. We walk. At the center of the labyrinth, apathy sits on a throne of undone tasks. Its eyes are pale. Its breath smells like screens. It claps once. 1,000 distractions answer. Notifications, comparison, cheap dopamine, empty victories, rituals of scrolling. Each promises to scratch an itch that only grows. Apathy smiles. Why break yourself for goals, it drones, when you can be entertained? I unsheath discipline. I do not sprint. I do not rage. I execute. One by one, I behead distractions. The article I don't need to read. The argument that isn't mine. The urgent that isn't important. The loop that feeds itself and starves my life. Apathy leans forward. You'll be lonely, it says. Good, I answer. Clarity is cold. I'll wear a coat. I step to the throne. Apathy offers it to me. Sit. Rule nothing, it whispers. I smash the throne. From the rubble, I build a desk. I sit. I work. The mirrors return, but now they show two futures. On the left, the man who waits. On the right, the man who moves. The difference is not talent, nor luck, nor time. It is a sentence, a pact. I cut my palm on discipline's edge and press my hand to the stone. I speak without poetry. I will act when I say I will act. I will finish what I begin. I will keep promises made to myself in rooms where no one watches. I will measure days by the weight I moved within them. The weight of work, the weight of mercy, the weight of truth. If I fail, I will not hide. If I fall, I will not dramatize. I will resume. Now, the stone drinks the blood, swallows the vow, and glows faintly. Not like a miracle, like a receipt. People imagine victory as an explosion, but most victories sound like footsteps. Left, right, left, right. You turn a year into a sword by whetting it 1 inch per day. I leave the labyrinth and step back into the ordinary room. Chair, floor, door. Nothing has changed. Everything has changed. I move through the tasks I avoided. Send the message, make the call, learn the skill, lift the iron, write the page. Each tiny strike hits the same point on the same wall until stone becomes doorway. The world doesn't applaud. Good. Noise is for parades. Silence is for building. The wolf follows. The blade hangs steady. The bed waits, and I let it. Not yet. At dusk, the old voice returns. Smaller now, but clever. You can ease up, it suggests. Today was strong. Don't ruin it. I sit with it. I pour it water. I show it the ledger. Minutes mindlessly lost. 0. Promises kept. All. Self-respect gained. Measurable. Momentum. Alive. Do you see? I ask. This is not a sprint. This is a devotion. The voice sighs. It doesn't leave. It integrates. It becomes caution without fear, patience without delay, critique without cruelty. We stop being enemies. We become a council. I remain the king. Night falls. I am not invincible. I am not finished. I am not even close. But I am directed. I am decided. I am dangerous to the versions of me that waste me. I look in a mirror that finally shows my body. The eyes are clear. The jaw is set. The shoulders are carrying what shoulders were made to carry. I smile. Not pride, not arrogance. Just recognition. This is the man I promised myself I would become. Not loudly, not publicly. Quietly, repeatedly, relentlessly. Listen. Armies may still come. Storms may still rage. You may still bleed. But if you win here, in the hall where your excuses wear your face, where comfort calls itself love, where fear wears a suit, where apathy offers a throne, then you will walk into every other fight already crowned. I do not chase motivation. I keep appointments. I do not wait for permission. I write my orders in action. I do not pray for an easier war. I become the soldier who requires a harder one. This is the battle within. And from tonight on, I do not lose it. I am the eye of my own storm. I am the law I obey. I move. I finish. I rise without ceremony. Tomorrow, the world will look the same, but it will meet a different man. And that is how empires begin.